Welcome everybody to another video of Ancient Greece Reloaded. Today we will talk about the famous king Amphiaraus, a seer and one of the leaders of the Seven against Thebes. By the way, if you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so as to stay tuned for upcoming videos. Amphiaraus was the son of King Oicles of Argos, born to Oicles' wife Hypermnestra, a sister of Leda and Althea. Through his father, Amphiaraus was a great-grandson of Melampus and related to many other Argive royals, whilst through his mother he was cousin to Jocasta and Pollux and Melager. Although Hyginus refers to Amphiaraus as a son of Apollo, this is more likely due to the fact that Amphiaraus had great prophetic abilities. As a matter of fact, Melampus, Amphiaraus' great-grandfather, was one of the most famous seers of Greek mythology. Apollodorus states that Amphiaraus was both an Argonaut and a hunter of the Calydonian boar, although this is not universally agreed upon. For instance, Idmon was generally considered to be the seer amongst the Argonauts. Similarly, Pseudo-Apollodorus, Hyginus and Ovid name Amphiaraus as one of the Calydonian hunters, but Pausanias does not. That being said, moving on. The kingdom of Argos was divided into three parts at the time of Amphiaraus, the kingdom having been divided during the time of Melampus, Vias and Anaxagoras. So, Amphiaraus was one king, with the other two kings of Argos at the time being Adrastus, grandson of Vias, and Iphis, grandson of Anaxagoras. Some sources tell of a story of disagreement between the kings of Argos, with Amphiaraus forcing Adrastus into exile, thus Adrastus ending up in Sicyon. Reconciliation between Adrastus and Amphiaraus eventually occurred, when Adrastus arranged a marriage between his sister, Eriphyle and Amphiaraus. To avoid future conflict between the two men, who were now brothers-in-law, it was decided that Eriphyle would adjudicate in any dispute. Amphiaraus would become father to a number of children. Two sons of Amphiaraus were particularly famous, these being Alcmaeon and Amphilochus. Pausanias also says that Amphiaraus and Eriphyle also had three daughters called Evrydike, Dimonissa and Alcmene. Interestingly, according to Roman legends, the founder of the town of Tibur, modern Tivoli, near Rome, was a son of Amphiaraus, thus adding a third son called Clytius. Amphiaraus is most famous for being one of the seven against Thebes, when Adrastus organized an army to put Polynices back on the throne of Thebes. Amphiaraus foresaw the folly of such an expedition and his own death, and initially refused to take part in the war. Polynices, though, bribed Eriphyle with the necklace of Harmonia, and as this was considered a dispute between Adrastus and Amphiaraus, Eriphyle decided that Amphiaraus should go to war. Amphiaraus had to honor his previous oath, but before he left and aware of his wife's corruption, he told his two young sons, Alcmaeon and Amphilochus, to avenge his inevitable death by killing her, should he not return. Amphiaraus was noted as a skilled spearman, and during the first Nemean Games, which the seven initiated on their way to Thebes, Amphiaraus also won the quid throwing contest. At Thebes, the seven faced off against the seven gates of Thebes, with Amphiaraus opposite either the Homoloides Gate or the Proitides Gate. During the following battles, Amphiaraus killed many of the Theban defenders, but the Argive army could not penetrate the walls of Thebes. Throughout the fighting, there was an example of how much Amphiaraus disliked those he was fighting upon, for having already reprimanded Polynices. Amphiaraus then managed to snatch the chance of immortality away from Thebes. Thebes had killed Melampus, a defender of Thebes, but had himself been mortally wounded. Athena came to Thebes, for the goddess favored the prince of Calydon and was prepared to make Thebes immortal. Amphiaraus, though, cut off the head of Melampus and presented it to Thebes. Thebes, or Tydeus in English, in a surge of madness, feasted upon the brains of Melampus, much to the disgust of Athena, who now simply let Thebes die. The reason for Amphiaraus' action was because he was blaming Thebes, the father of Diomedes, for starting a war that should be avoided. This battle was also the end of Amphiaraus, for the war went badly for the seven, and Amphiaraus was forced to flee on his chariot from the deadliest place in the battle. This though left his back exposed, and it became a target for Periclymenos, a son of god Poseidon. Before a mortal wound could be inflicted upon him, Zeus threw down a thunderbolt, opening up the earth in front of Amphiaraus' chariot, and so Amphiaraus was swallowed up by the earth. Revenge for Amphiaraus came 10 years later, when the Epigonoi, the sons of the Seven, went to war with Thebes. Amphiaraus' sons, Amphilochus, who was now king of Argos, and Alcmaeon fought in the war, and this time the Argives were successful. Alcmaeon also did as Amphiaraus had willed, for Alcmaeon killed Eriphyle. Let us finish with the following saying: Earth breeds all and takes back all. Euripides. That being said, remember guys to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel, it would help us a lot. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for upcoming videos.